Hey guys, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
I don't know how many.
Go fuck yourself. Wise off to me.
So
Hey,
sweet.
man. Welcome to the Big Bad Broadcast, dude.
Thank you, Tommy Chong, the real Tommy Chong. That's the one of us making believe we're Tommy Chong. We're here at the Big Bad Broadcast, and I hope you enjoyed our show last week of the Ray Romano. We got Mike Grief.
Hey, what's happening? How you doing? Hold on, wait. Hey, I can't do the Ray Romano. I can.
You can. You're getting pissed.
No, well, I can do it, but I can't do it. I'm not incapable of doing it.
We have Mike Grief. I'm
Hey.
incapable of Mike Grief. And we got
And we got
BFC.
the
Craig Mitchell.
BFC, Craig Mitchell.
Oh, I can do mac and cheese.
And we have me, John Ferrantino, and
Hey, man,
special
it's
guest
John
Ray Romano.
Ferrantino, man.
It was so much fun.
Why do you have to do
come back
first?
Yeah.
You have to go,
Hey, man.
this week?
I watched last week's show, man. It was really good with Ray Romano, man.
absolutely. I love Ray Romano. It's one of my favorites.
All right, our 10 cents worth of impressions. And we actually have that's actually Tommy Chong for you people that
It is the front of the
can't
show.
see it. Tommy Chong, who last time his legendary performance smoked so much weed that when I posted on social media, it got taken down for community standards.
Hey, listen, you know what, man? You know what? It should be that we got to put that on YouTube because there's a lot of stuff you can learn on YouTube. Like I've learned so many things. And if you want to learn how to make a pipe, Tommy Chong teaches on our show. You can learn how to make a weed pipe.
Or a joint jockey, as he calls it.
Joint
A little
jockey.
thing that you can stand your lit joint on your desk with.
I'll put it on YouTube, but every time I watch it, I get a contact high.
I don't know, man. I could never do that shit. It's like, have you smelled the weed today? Like I smoked weed when I was a teenager.
Oh my God.
And we used to get 15 joints out of a nickel bag, And so it's like now it's like the smell of it. It's like it's oh my God.
It used to be $80 in the 60s for a pound.
For a pound.
Wow, holy fuck.
So
You go to the deli, go, give me a pound of Sensimilia,
So no, that was more. But I mean, regular weed was $80 a pound.
How much was a lid? What was a lid?
A lid
didn't
was
have that
actually a
on the East
measurement.
Coast.
It had on the West Coast, which but I've learned it since. A lid, there was like a lid, actual lid from something, like a jar or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
And
never
that's
knew
why
why
it's
that was
called.
called.
That's why it's called a lid because they'd fill it up, and that was a lid of.
They always found a lid on Dragnet. I found this kid with a lid of grass.
My favorite dragnet ever was they were at some place in California, that tunnel that is in every movie.
Yeah, that's like on 2nd Street, I think, downtown.
So they had the whole thing shut down, and he comes out and he goes, "Sorry, tunnel's been shut down for a while. Kid in there on LSD thinks he's a mole."
That tunnel now is so filled with graffiti. It's unbelievable.
Well, here's what I want to know, and this is what we should have asked Tommy, is like, now, I grew up in the projects in New York, and you know what? I've heard of it, but I never saw Panama Red or Acapulco Gold. It's like
I did.
these
Sure.
things were exotics. We've heard of it, but I never actually experienced it.
Oh, I have.
Or tied stick, man. Hey, man, it's tied to a stick. I never, what the hell is tied stick?
Tied stick was weed that was grown in Thailand, and then when they took the very end of it, the most potent part, they wrapped it around a twig so that when it grew, all the resin from the plant would kind of go there.
Right.
And they would just keep wrapping it so it would be tighter and tighter. And then they would slide it off the stick, and it would be
a little too much about this, John.
Oh, yeah. For a guy that has a party.
And it was, well, not anymore. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I knew I should stop when I cleaned my ear one day and resin came out.
Hey, man, there's hash oil coming out of my ears.
He peed and there were seeds in the toilet.
Those were the good old days. I remember. Who's that? Police at my door. I remember we used to get hash.
Right.
And it was hash, and it was like in little like 2x3 burlap bags
Bricks.
Wow.
Bricks, right?
with a stamp in it, and then it was like
It was had an official stamp in it, like it was
What was the
gold.
difference between hash and marijuana?
And then
What's
when
the
you
difference?
slid it out, it was like packed in some opium.
I love it. It's got a stamp on it. I want to take it to like the Antiques Roadshow. You know, it's got the stamp on it. That's the official. That's the
What's
real
the difference?
thing right there.
Hash is just all the resin.
That's
Right.
what it is. It's okay.
You see,
really.
I smoked hash one time, but it was a little tiny thing. They put it on a end of a pin. We were like inhaling it, and I never felt anything. I don't know. It didn't do nothing.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Well, they use hash. They use hash.
I'm sorry.
John's gonna go out and buy some.
I just had a flashback.
John's gonna have to buy some later.
Remember that episode of Barney Miller where they had the hash and the brownies? Is one of my favorite episodes of all time.
Oh, they all get high.
They all get high except for Barney and I think Fish. Everybody else gets high.
I think Fish did get high. I don't know.
Maybe he did, yeah. But Harris gets really fun. Gets really high. He goes, Harris, did you have any of these? He goes,
Barney Miller. God, I used to love that show. All those old shows, man.
There's nothing funnier than that one where, what's his name from? Oh God, I just too much hash.
Yeah, he really is having a flashback.
You know what I appreciate about it?
From Taxi,
Jim, Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd.
Jim,
Yeah.
when he's filling out that,
What
do you do at a yellow light?
What is he doing? He's filling out
We have to get you
Go down.
to the future.
Do
when he's filling out a social security
I can't do his
thing or
voice.
getting his license.
Yeah. Oh, that was Taxi. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like the funniest thing ever.
A yellow light mean. Slow down. What?
Name. Oh, that's a hard one.
Mary Lou Henner said that when they were sitting there filming it, they had those little pencils and they were driving them into their hands so they wouldn't break on camera.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest scenes ever.
Oh, God. Gee,
What is he applying
Alex.
for? His license or his social
No,
security?
his hack license, I think, so he can drive a taxi kit.
Name.
Oh.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Okay, Alex.
Really?
All right. Oh, well, it's either a chiclet or like somebody gets Louis high.
You ever see the one where God, I can't remember any of their names. It's how long that I've
A
seen
little
it.
too much hash, John. A little too much hash.
What's his name?
What's his
The
name?
little short guy.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Louis De Palma.
Louis puts in a Pac-Man.
What?
Puts in a Pac-Man machine in the taxi terminal.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the funniest. And Jim's addicted.
Right.
Well,
He's on the street corner, like panhandling for quarters.
oh, that's funny. I don't remember that one.
He keeps putting them in, right? And they can't get him away from the machine. And all of a sudden, Louis goes, "Can you tell me why you're just so addicted to this?" He goes, "Well, let me explain the game to you. You have these little things that go around eating dots, and then when you run over the energy, they turn colors, and they can go in any direction, and they go twice as fast. It's like reality."
No, the best one was they showed Jim he's in college and he's all straight laced and like
I remember that one.
straight ace to whatever. And then his girlfriend is trying to get him to, party. And so he's like, don't you know this could be habit forming? And it's like, he finally agrees to it, fucking.
He just turns into Jim from there on in. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, Alex. Anyway.
What was the actor's name? The guy who played the actor on the show?
Christopher. Oh, the actor. That was
I met him.
Yeah, he died.
Jeff Conaway.
Jeff Conaway, yeah.
What was his name on the show, though?
Bobby
Wheeler.
Yeah. So Bobby Wheeler goes up to DeVito and he goes, "Yeah, listen, I got a big, I don't know how much I'm going to be around this summer. I got a big break." He goes, "Attention, everyone in the garage.
Yeah.
Bobby Wheeler just got a lead role on a Broadway show."
Yeah, wait, Louis. It wasn't a lead. Yeah, it was. I know.
I know. Well, it's not a lead role.
What was it like?
Broadway.
What did it pare down to? Like he was an extra in a
Excuse me,
commercial or something.
He's on Broadway, but it's not a lead role. No, it wasn't Broadway. Correction. Right. And he goes, "No, it's community." He goes, "It's community theater opening at Iowa." He goes, "Correction to the Wheeler thing. Just another hack job."
Right after 9/11, I was at a meeting. Let's just say it's a meeting for a 12-step program, and I was really upset. And we were all upset. And I was like bawling my eyes out. And a guy turns around to hand me a tissue, and it was Jeff Conaway.
Tissue, he hardly knew you.
There you go.
Hey.
I was blowing my nose, going, "Aren't you Bobby from Taxi?"
And he went, "Shut the F up."
Yeah.
Oh.
Shut
Well,
the F up.
all of this.
I
nostalgia.
got a bitch about my dog. Why does my dog get me up at 6:30 in the morning to take him for a walk?
Your dog would like
laying
fish, by
next
the
to
way.
me and tapping me on my back with his paw, and then getting close to my ear and going, "Arr!"
Wow.
Take him for a walk at 7:30. I mean, at 6:30. By the time I get back, it's like 7:20. He goes right to sleep, and I'm up.
John, have you had him fixed yet? Is the dog
Yes.
fixed? He
Yes.
is. Oh, because I was going to say the cure for that is
Threaten
you grab him by the nuts and you go, the next time you wake me up, I'm going
It's
to
hard
have these
because
cut off.
it's a female dog.
What,
Oh, let's not
you
go
were
there.
saying
Let's
him.
not
You were
go there,
saying
Mike.
him. So
It's just. Could your dog do that, Mike?
my dog, yeah, sometimes he'll like, but I trust my dog because my dog is like, no, I don't trust him anymore. I used to trust him. I'll say that because now he's gotten smart. Like he used to whine a little bit, and I know he had to go out, and I let him out in the backyard do what he had. Now he's gotten smart because I give him a treat every time that he comes back in. So I watch him like.
So now he's 400 pounds.
He's 400 pounds. He needs a fucking walker. No, no, because he like, swear to God, he'll look at me and he'll go whine. So I'll let him out. He goes over to the grass and he's still looking at me like, lift his leg, nothing comes out, and he runs back in. Where's my treat? Where's my, it's like,
Wow, he freaks you out.
Well, it's funny because I'll get up at like 7 or 6:30 with this dog and open the back door, and the dog just looks at me like, "No, car," and walks over to the door and starts sitting there barking.
no. See, my dog does the last thing he wants. And matter of fact, he's going for grooming today, so it's like it takes me a half an hour just to catch him because he knows as soon as I go for his harness, he'll like run. He'll run under the
My
bed.
dog's great for getting. I give him.
He does not like to
baths
leave the house.
outside. I give him baths outside. He just sits there and
You know, you guys have I have a cat, and my cat's pretty smart when he wants to eat in the morning. So he'll pick the heaviest thing on my night table,
knock it on your head.
and he'll knock it off. No, it'll make a big thud and wake me up.
Well, that's
And
funny.
so
Cats are
he's smart. He's a smart cat.
Yeah,
Cats are smart.
they are. But I mean, no.
Didn't Carlin do that bit about how cats are so regal? He goes, they'll come running down the stairs and they'll go into a 4-poured skid and they'll just smash into a wall and then they'll just walk around like,
I don't know.
I tried to do that. And then they go behind the couch, and when you look behind the couch, they're back there going, "Fucking meow."
You know what, man? I'm tired, but I just don't like cats. You know what I mean? It's like, I do not like cats. They think they're fucking better than you. And you know what? I get enough of that shit from human beings. I don't fucking need it from a cat. You think you're fucking better than me? You're walking around, you little furry piece of shit.
Oh my God.
Well, as soon as a cat comes home, it's housebroken. That's good. I got that going for you. Throw in a litter box once,
Yeah.
and they go, yeah.
Yeah. But you know how a cat tells you the litter boxes needs to be changed? He shits on your bed.
There you go. That's nice.
Well, he has, but
But tell me, they're spoiled.
Most of the time, he'll shit right in front of the door. So when I walk in the door, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing, Eddie?" Splat. I'm like, "Oh man."
But tell me it ain't true. It's like,
why don't you just try changing the litter box?
No,
he does every 6 months, man. Come on, every 6 months he changes that litter box.
I clean it every day, but sometimes you get to the point where you just got to clean the litter, and I don't have a great sense of smell, so I can't tell when it's reeking.
Craig changes it every 6 months, regardless if it needs it or not. Every 6 fucking months.
Yes.
You know what? Though? Tell me the truth, though. Those fucking cats, they do. They think they're better than us. They're like walking around like their shit don't stink.
Joe Mafia used to have a great show. You guys, I hate when you go to a party and they have that litter box in the bathroom, and while you're trying to go to the bathroom, you're looking at the cat's litter box. He goes, I just shit in the litter box. And I walk around going, do you see that litter box? They must have a mountain lion.
I think I heard that joke somewhere else.
Yeah, George Clooney did a practical joke on his roommate when he was first starting like that. Quickly, the joke is the litter box was in the bathroom, and he would come home from work because his roommate was working nights. So George would clean the box. And after about a week, he says the roommate taking the cat to the vet. He goes, there's something wrong with the cat. He goes, yeah, he hasn't shit in a week. And George realizes he's cleaning the box, so the guy thinks the cat's not shitting. So George keeps doing it, and he's giving the cat X-Lax and everything. And he said the cat is shitting all over the house, and he's cleaning it up. And then finally, on the last day, George took a big crap in the box. That really went nowhere, didn't it? Okay.
That took us backwards, matter of fact. Not only didn't it go propel us forward, it took us backwards.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Oh, shit.
We can't read that.
Go ahead, man.
What is it? I can't read what it says.
No, I got it. So, but anyway, so Craig, you were saying, so your cat, if you always had cats, or did you like, were you ever like normal and had a dog?
No, like what do you mean normal and have a dog? Yes, I grew up with dogs. I had dogs my whole life.
Well, you grew up in Long Island, right? Did you have you had a backyard and all that shit?
Yeah. We had 3 pugs. We had 3 pugs at one point.
Those little, okay, those are cute little dogs. Right, they're known for like breathing.
Bark. Yeah, we had 3
breathing problems.
Yeah, they had breathing problems. And then when I moved out here, we had a dog, but my mom kept that. And then I was in my apartment alone, and my friend asked me if I would watch his cat when he went to Belgium.
Right.
I watched the cat for 2.5 weeks, and we bonded. And when he came back, he goes, "Listen, this cat attacks my girlfriend when she's sleeping. She's very jealous. She'll like scratch her." I said, "Would you mind keeping the cat permanently?" And I kept the cat for like 10 years.
Come on, man. Let's tell the truth. He never went to Belgium. He was just trying to pawn his cat off on you. He made an excuse.
He
goes to Belgium?
He borrowed my suitcase. I guess he committed to the lie if he didn't go.
Hey man, that's a deep lie. You know what I mean? When you gotta build layers to your lie, you just build, I'm gonna need you. Do you have any extra luggage I could borrow? Because Belgium, who the fuck is going to Belgium except for, Hercule Poirot? By the way, my favorite detective of all time, Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot.
Hercule.
Agatha Christie.
You can say it, but spell the last name. But you can't.
Poirot? Was it P-E-R? I don't know. O-I-T?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. I just signed UPS. All right. So do you have a quiz for us or something? A game?
No, I have a family feud questions, and I'd really like to see where you guys fall on that spectrum.
That's us. We're on the spectrum.
I'm on the spectrum.
The top answers, and
we're on the spectrum, John, and Craig's on the rainbow.
Yes.
Hey, follow the rainbow.
My life is nothing but a bag of Skittles. That's what it is. Feel the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Do the rainbow. There you go.
Thank you.
Shit the rainbow.
Shit the rainbow.
All right. So what are we doing?
Good rock band.
So what did you say? We got a Family Feud type thing.
I got some questions. I'd really like to see how you guys do. Of course,
Family
I have
Feud.
To
my family all carried fucking knives and guns. You want to talk about a Family Feud?
That's a real family. Were they the Hatfields or the McCoys?
It was like the fucking mafia growing up. Are you kidding?
Oh my god. I always like the celebrity versions of
my mother. What do you mean you don't fucking like meatloaf? You don't like fucking meatloaf? What is that? I work all day making meatloaf. You don't like fucking meat? Take them out, Joey.
Can I tell you something? If she worked all day to make meatloaf, she's trying too hard.
As my Italian uncle used to say, "What's wrong with the mafia?"
That's it. Or as my Jewish uncle used to say, "There's no such thing. There's no such."
Yeah.
See, people always think of Italians when they think of the mafia. Where would the friggin' mafia be without the Jews? The Jews ran the books, and plus we had our own faction of the mafia. What do you think? Who do you think built Las Vegas? Who do you think built Las Vegas? Was the Jewish mafia?
Irish were in the mafia too. Don't you remember Goodfellas? You had Robert De Niro. He was Irish. Jimmy. He was Irish.
Yeah. Well, because we would get them drunk, and then we'd have to have somebody to blame.
Oh man,
so we'd blame the Irish. No.
You know, I'm 29.9% Irish here.
Oh, you and that stupid test. Stick it up
know.
your ass.
John, we should get that test done just so we can prove we're better than him.
We don't even have to. We can just make shit up.
I know.
No, my whole life has changed once I found out I was Italian. Seriously.
I'm 30% Belgium chocolate.
My
I don't
life
know.
changed when I found out you were Italian.
Yeah.
No more ragu for me. I have to make all my sauce, all my gravy by
Oh,
myself.
your gravy.
Well, now here, wait. Here's a
Agree.
question. John's Italian, so I want to ask him. And now you're what? You're like 2% Italian, Craig. Anyway, but
46% Italian.
John, which store-bought sauce, gravy, whatever you want to call it, which one do you use? I know what. Which one do you use, John?
If I have to buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I like if I have to buy it, because otherwise I'm making it. Please, I don't. You ain't fucking sitting on making your
He
own
makes
sauce.
his own
I
sauce.
do. I buy the cheapest canned sauce I can buy.
And you put it.
3 cans of it, those big cans. I put it in a crock pot.
Huh?
I cook it for hours.
And you mixing
Why
garlic.
don't you
Yeah.
just put tomatoes in?
But in a pinch, if I'm making pasta vazul,
Right.
I'll use, believe it or not, Newman's garlic and mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know what I buy? They got. Go ahead, Craig. What do you say?
I like Classico.
Oh yeah, that's decent. But they sell now this Rouse, which is a restaurant in New York,
Rouse.
and that's what I buy. Rouse is my new favorite. They go Rouse or Victoria. They got
Rouse is also the lowest in sugar too. It's good for
Except-
people like us.
The only bad thing is you buy a bag of pasta, it's 3 cents. You buy the jar of Rouse, it's fucking $18. You know, so it's like, you know.
I'm making my own pasta now, my own low carb pasta. I bought the Emerald Lagasse pasta machine.
Emerald Lagasse.
I did. And it takes 45 minutes, but it works.
Yeah, no, I think I'd rather spend 3 cents and just get a fucking bag of
Per
spaghetti.
piece of spaghetti.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. People go
I'll fucking a plate of spaghetti.
make your own spaghetti when you could just buy I mean, you could buy so much that you can't even lift the box for like about $2.
Yeah, but you can't get low carb pasta for $2.
No, you
Yeah.
can't get low carb, but you
No,
know,
If you have
that's
to
what I
eat low,
do.
if you have to eat low carb pasta, switch to something else.
Yeah, just kill yourself.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
kill
you
you.
well, see, anything specialty, there's you go to Trader Joe's, get low carb pasta. It's fucking $32 a box.
It is. It's like, and what is it made out of? It's made out of beans. It's like made out of lentil pasta, and it tastes like shit. I
hate the fucking world. It's
I
like
don't
now
like it.
everyone's allergic to everything. You can't have fucking gluten, peanuts. What the fuck happened to the
Do you
world
know-
when we were kids? I never heard of nobody allergic to peanuts or fucking gluten.
Nobody was allergic to peanuts when I grew up.
No, this happened to me.
They
I
just died, so we didn't know about it.
That's it.
died.
Wow, what did little Johnny die from? I don't know. Fucking, whatever. He just turned
Dude,
blue and he died after
I
he
had
had a
peanut
box
butter-
of Planters peanuts.
I had a peanut butter bagel in my car when I was driving. And I usually eat between passengers, and I eat
You
it.
eat your passengers? What?
Oh, absolutely. Well, it depends on anyway. No, so I eat and I pick up a guy, and after about or a woman, and after about 10 minutes, she goes, "Oh my god, I'm getting hives. I'm getting a reaction." I go, "Oh, is it an allergy?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm allergic to peanuts," and I'm like. Me just eating a peanut butter sandwich in my car was enough to give her a little reaction.
You should have told
She
her you're
needs-
allergic to Snoopy.
Well, no, actually, then this woman, she needed to die. She needs to die. How can you survive in a world? How can you live in a world where you're fucking so allergic that somebody else can't even eat peanuts? Fuck you.
But I ate a peanut butter sandwich 5 minutes before she got in the car, and she had a reaction.
That's ridiculous.
That's I mean,
She
I'm
should
serious.
die.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Well, I
Fucking,
didn't tell her. So how would she know?
as Blake Clark would say, it's time to thin the herd.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
The tin the herd.
Thin
Time
the
to tin
herd.
the herd.
Okay. Remember when The Office came out in England?
No,
The
No,
original Office. The original Office.
no,
No.
okay,
You've never seen the original Office.
no.
no.
Oh my God.
I know Ricky Gervais is in it. That's all I know.
Richie
All right,
Gervais.
we answered
it
that
is-
question.
It
Okay,
is so much. Meanwhile, just
No.
what I'm talking about, Richie Gervais. on
John
his
doesn't
comedy-
stop, even though we don't know what he's
No.
talking about.
Richie
He's like,
Gervais. You know who Richie Gervais is? Richie
Of
Gervais on
course
his new
I do.
comedy special comes out and he goes, Hitler was the most evil person in the entire world.
Okay.
No one in the world was more evil than Hitler. He was a maniac. He was a fucking monster. However, because if I was having a dinner party and there was one empty seat and it was between and him with the kid with the food allergy, he's coming to dinner. But I can't eat that. I'm allergic. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
He's really
I'm sorry, but that's my attitude. It's like, you know what? The world shouldn't have to, reform itself around these speciality bullshit.
They don't.
It's like if you have an allergy, I sympathize with you, but you need to
go back into the bubble.
You can't. Yeah, right. You fucking can't. We're not going to change the world because you're fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
But
that's it. Go back in the bubble.
The reason why I used to fly was for the free peanuts. Now there's no more peanuts in airplanes.
You used to fly just for the free peanuts.
For 4 peanuts.
For a bag that not wasn't even a handful of peanuts.
How about nuts? I flew for nuts.
Yeah, well, that I believe.
There you go.
Okay. So for anybody listening and for you two knuckleheads, you need to find the original Office, the English version that Richie Gervais wrote.
Yeah, well,
it's so much funnier than the one with Cottrell. I mean, it's like a different
Cottrell.
Yeah. Kim Cottrell was in the Office.
What's his name?
Correll.
Steve Carell. But here's the thing: the American version is very funny. It's just that the English version you think is funnier.
It's funnier because they all have accents.
No, it's really it's because Richie Gervais plays this character.
They serve peanuts
that you cannot stand because you despise him.
Right.
But yet he's so pathetic, you feel sorry for him.
Well, he's brilliant, man.
It's a really complicated thing. There's a scene where it's National something day that they have in England. They all have to come to work in costumes.
Yeah.
And he's dressed as a bird with a tube around him and flippers. And he's got like striped socks on. And he gets fired. On that day,
he's one of the few guys
in that outfit. He's standing there in that outfit, telling the boss why he shouldn't get fired, and you just feel so sorry for him. I mean, it's crazy.
He's definitely one of the few people I would call a comedic genius. I've seen series, movies. I watched I don't know if it's an ongoing still, but I got to find out a series where I forgot the name of it, but his wife dies. And he just lost all will to live, but yet he's still going on, and it's so fucking
it's really depressing.
Funny.
That one.
It's depressing, but it's funny too.
Like a minute.
It's whatever, man. I like almost any. I don't think I've seen a Ricky Gervais project that I haven't liked. I like the. You ever see The Invention of Lying?
Most of Golden Globes.
Did you see The Invention of Lying?
Yes,
that's a great movie. Louis C.K. is in that movie.
Yes,
great movie.
That was pre-jerk off.
Perfect title for him.
What was that?
Perfect title for the movie.
Perfect title for The Invention of Lying. No, fucking listen, man.
It was pre-jerk off CK.
I don't give a shit what anyone says. I love Louis C.K. and I will never stop loving Louis C.K.
Did you see what he said? Did you see what he said? I watched his special after that, and he goes, "You know what's embarrassing?" He goes, "We all have our thing. We've got that thing. We all have that thing. Now, you know what? Everybody knows my thing. Everybody knows." He goes, "Obama knows my thing." That's fucking hilarious. That's funny as shit.
I'm telling you, I've said it before, and I'm sorry, but the girls came up to his room at 3 or 4 in the morning. Now, what are you doing? Why are you agreeing to come up? And he didn't just pull his dick out. He asked. He said, "Hey, would you guys mind if I pull my cock out and I play with it a little bit?" And they're like, "No, go ahead." What the fuck? Where's the crime? What did he do?
And the fact that you can't see anything wrong with that.
Mike, these are girls who work for him. He's paying them. They're probably afraid they're going to lose their job if they say no.
Then maybe they shouldn't have gone up to his room. They could have said, "Hey, you know what, Louis? We love, but we're tired.
We just lost every female."
Yeah, really, dude. But he said one funny thing about that. He goes, "Here's some advice for you. If you ask a woman if you can take out your penis, and she says yes, Make sure she really means yes. I find it fun. I mean, look, that's bizarre. I mean, I'm afraid to take out my penis in front of my doctor. Go ahead, John. Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand that. I don't understand the thinking behind that. You could fantasize.
No, listen, it's you know what I mean. I'm obviously just kidding about all that shit, but
it doesn't matter. We lost all the listeners. They erased their downloads, so we're done.
Well, whatever. But the
Whatever.
the truth is
101 shows, and yeah, we lost some viewers. Who cares?
You know what, man? I think that the people who listen to our show understand that we're comedians, and because I'm that's another thing. Fuck how sensitive everyone is. You can't even go. You go to a comedy club and people are throwing drinks at a comic because they made a joke you don't like. It's like, I'm a comedian. I'm not a philosopher. I'm not trying to fucking impose my beliefs or whatever on you. I'm trying to make you laugh. I have no fucking pony in the no dog in the fight.
You have no pony in the dog show either.
I say shit that I don't believe constantly. I'm just going to fucking make people laugh. That's my job.
Well, that we talked. I think we mentioned this. No, maybe we didn't. But Matt Rife told that joke. I think we talked about it in one of our off the air. But Matt Rife started his Netflix special with a domestic violence joke. He's a comedian who's like
is he the guy who wears no shirt or something?
No, he got a huge following on TikTok.
I keep hearing that fucking bell.
John's in a gay mood today.
Yo, you just mentioned about a comic with no shirt.
That doesn't make you gay. Just because you don't wear a shirt don't make
You're on the waiting list.
But anyway, his joke was, he goes, him and his buddy were at a restaurant, and this waitress comes over to her, and they have a black eye, and she has a black eye. And the one guy goes, wow, you would think, if your waitress is a black eye, they would keep her in the kitchen so we didn't have to see that or something. And then
I remember
my wife goes, well, if she was good in the kitchen, she wouldn't have the black eye in the first place. And that's how he started his special. And yeah, it's in bad taste, but should he be canceled for that?
Well, you know what? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, listen, he probably doesn't. That's not his philosophy on life. It's like a joke. He's trying to make people. They want to cancel everyone forever. Yes, it was in bad taste, and I'm sure that women wouldn't find it funny. But I don't think his intention was to piss off every woman in the world. He just maybe was insensitive.
How about Jeffrey?
Because he got so much fucking publicity.
Now, the worst is Jeffrey Toobin from CNN.
Oh, the guy was beating off fucking while he was in a Zoom meeting. He's fucking beating off. I was like, hey, you guys, but he didn't. He didn't have as much class as Louis C.K. He didn't ask him, hey, you guys mind if I beat off while we're doing the show?
Oh, I bought that as a porn tape.
I mean, how crazy is that? To think about it, this guy's a really respected lawyer. He was so bored during the CNN meeting that he decided to
that's the fucked up part. He's joking. They're talking about politics and he's beating off.
Look,
he's like, well, tell me about fucking Lauren Boebert's ass. Oh yeah.
You find out he was jerking off
because he was online.
The camera was on. I could be jerking off right now. We do this by Zoom, so we're just three heads here. How would you know?
Well, because he was like this.
No, he wasn't standing, was he?
No, I don't know.
Did you just spill something on the lens, Jeffrey? Something happened there.
I mean, how embarrassing? Seriously, how embarrassing is that? He has kids. It's like, and then he still comes on CNN every once in a while.
There's something wrong with him.
You know why? You know why? They have to forgive a guy like that because they all do shit like that. They're all fucked up. They're all crazy.
No, nobody else jerks off on camera. What do you mean they all do shit like that? I'm
not saying they do that exact thing. But like Louis C.K. said, they all have their thing that's weird and whatever fucked up. And
3 a.m. in a private room with two women that you think are into it, that's one thing. But on national TV during a political discussion, you're jerking off?
It wasn't on national TV.
Hey, I would. It would depend.
During a Zoom meeting, like a meeting like we're having now.
Oh, it wasn't on TV.
No.
It was on TV.
It would depend on what we're talking about.
Even still, if you do that during a Zoom meeting, that's still pretty fucked up.
Hey, I was doing it during the Carrot Top show. I was doing that during the Carrot Top show. No, I'm just kidding.
I was doing it during the Ron DeFoe show. So
Oh, I think we should go to the Family Feud. I don't know.
No, fuck him. It's all right.
Anyway,
so wait. The new breaking news is two things. There's a video that's going viral of Eric Trump's wife standing in front of a mirror, putting on her makeup, and Eric standing there with a whole bunch of brushes, and she goes, "The little one," hands it back. "The big one," like he's the brush caddy.
Yeah, how else have you seen that guy? How else would he ever get laid unless he was like a slave or something? You know,
He's rich.
I don't care. Even with all that money, he couldn't get laid.
I mean, it's really pathetic.
No,
It's
what I like is you see the difference between that Kimberly Guilfoyle, the one who's with Junior. You see, she used to date Gavin Newsom here in Cal, and she was gorgeous. Now she started dating him, and she looks like a freak monster.
Yeah, because she's into the coke, I think.
Yeah, so, they're all. She's got sniffles.
Allegedly, Junior's heavy into the coke.
Sniffles.
Allegedly. He can't even open his eyes.
I know.
Listen to that guy talk. Come on, he's coked up out of his friggin' mind.
Well, we can assume. We can't say anything. We don't want to get sued.
Anyway,
I'd love to get sued by
here's now. Okay, here's the question, John. How many houses in your neighborhood already have their Christmas lights up?
Oh, that's a good one.
Had them even before Thanksgiving.
Quite a few actually. Not so much where I live, but I went into like my sister's neighborhood,
right?
And a lot of these nuts.
Are you guys decorated? I got my tree up already.
Well, what I want to know is when is the proper time? When is the right time to put up your Christmas lights?
Sheerly out of selfishness, because my tree takes forever to put up. Yeah. I like to have it up like the day before Thanksgiving, so at least we can enjoy it on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then
you put lights outside?
I go crazy outside, but I'm Italian. But
there's a rule.
I start up.
Me too, John. Me too.
Usually, Craig only puts up 40% of the lights. He puts them up, but he doesn't light them because he's part Jewish.
I'm 11% Jewish, and I resent it a little bit.
No, so anyway, I'll put them up probably on Monday. You know, I like to put them up at the beginning of December.
Yeah. Well, no, what we've done, see now the outside, I used to put the lights, but it's friggin' I ain't getting on no ladders. So they got this new things. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people. It's this thing you put in front of the house and it projects.
Yes.
Things on. So okay, I don't know why every year we get a new one, but I get those. And
this is what I have.
That's the lazy Christmas
house done in icicle lights. I have a 9-foot Santa on a surfboard.
Do you get on a ladder and do that, or you have somebody do it?
I have clips. I have these clips. It takes no time at all. I have a ladder. I just go.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I have a small Santa. I have all the bush.
I got used like the surfing Santa's cool.
I have a animated reindeer. I have gift boxes.
I got to see a picture of this when it's all up. I got to see a picture.
We'll use it for the thumbnail for the show so people can see it.
I have wreaths on all the windows. That's why I got to put it up on December 1st, only because it takes me that long to get it down.
You know, I decorated before Thanksgiving week, and I put my tree up officially on Thanksgiving, but I didn't light it until the Sunday after. But in the old, and I don't know. Let's see how you guys. I don't know how your Christmas was when you were younger, but when I was a kid, I'm talking about 7 or 8. My dad wouldn't put up the tree. He would bring the tree from outside and put it in the living room on Christmas Eve.
Real tree or fake tree?
A real tree back then, yeah. And what would happen is when I would go to sleep, and of course, if you celebrate Christmas and you're a kid, you don't sleep at all on Christmas Eve. But I go to sleep. I wake up the next day. When I come downstairs, everything is decorated. Like Santa came and he decorated. That's how we started. So I didn't see a tree until Christmas Day.
So you grew up thinking Santa Claus was like a servant of yours.
I thought Santa Claus was like, just like an interior designer, like, hello, I'm here.
Let's put some balls over here.
I love my Christmas balls. When I was 3, let's see how about John's going to say yes to this, I bet. When I was 3, my dad bought that metal silver tree with the little spinning, rotating light. Did you have that?
No, I never had that.
We had that. The little colored wheel would turn and change.
Because you couldn't put lights on the tree because you'd get electrocuted.
Well, see, we never had a tree because I'm a Jew. But since I've actually my wife is Catholic, and I totally love Christmas and get into it. We have a tree every year, but we used to have a real tree every year. But now I'm like, we bought a fake tree, and I've been using it for the last at least 5 years, just because it's just God,
Well,
I can't
speaking of
stand the
trees,
pine needles fucking
in
for 6 months.
Florida, you gotta, in New York, you'd buy a tree, it would last forever. My father would buy 2 trees
Yeah,
and put them together. He would cut the branches off, drill holes in the other one. I mean, he was,
What?
in a real tree.
yeah, a real tree. And
John,
it was the most,
your father might have had problems, John.
my father, it was the most amazing tree you ever saw in your life. People used to come in and go, "Oh my God, it's the most beautiful tree I've
So
ever
your dad
seen."
Frankenstein a tree.
He
Yeah.
couldn't find one tree that he
I remember
liked, so
one
he
year
would
my
put
dad
2
bought
trees
it.
together.
I remember one year my dad bought an 18-foot tree.
John, stop
Right.
protecting him, man. There was something wrong.
18-foot tree because the top part had snapped off.
Right,
So it was just like a big square.
big circumcised tree.
Right. It's a big square because the bottom is square.
Right.
My father put it in the backyard and trimmed it into a perfect tree
Wow.
with a shears. He shaped his own tree.
When did you start? Did you always have a real tree? Or did you ever get
Always had a real tree. When I moved to Florida, I had a real tree. And then one year when my children's were little, because the trees sit outside in the summer,
Yeah.
in the winter here, which is like summer anywhere else, it's 80 degrees and you're looking for a tree.
Yeah.
And by the time you put the tree up, I put it up like 2 weeks before. I went to this is no exaggeration. I went to put crap underneath the tree. I banged into the tree and all of the needles fell off the tree.
Like a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Like it was nothing left on the tree. When I say nothing left, I mean 2 snow shovels full of pine needles on the floor to get them out of there. And then I had to go outside that night and find this Christmas tree place that was closed because it's Christmas Eve. Steal a Christmas tree, bring it home, and retrim the whole tree with the lights.
Yeah, because it's Florida. Even
and
Santa don't go to Florida. Santa don't even go to Florida.
We bought this. I mean, last year we bought this tree, Christmas tree, 50% off, and it was still $600.
Oh, it must have been one of those balsam, whatever.
It's
that fake tree that they charge. They charge like
the balls. Oh my God, those are gorgeous, but they're like
it's absolutely beautiful.
You got to get it. You have to get a loan to buy one.
I'm sorry, I'm not fucking spending $1,000 on a fake fucking tree.
Chris bought it.
I would just prop my iPhone in the corner with a picture of a tree on it. Same thing.
Nah, you know what you do is people store their trees in their garage. So what you do is when you see your neighbor has a nice tree, then you steal it out of his garage.
That's the worst part because the tree is flocked.
Flock that tree, man.
Exactly.
So
tree, man.
Once you take the whole tree,
for
what's cool about it is as you put the tree together, it just lights automatically.
Yeah.
And they give you a storage bag.
But what if the light, if one of those lights go out? It must be a pain in the ass.
They don't go out.
How can they not go out?
They don't go out.
$600 a tree, they don't go out.
In a thing. They won't go out. They guarantee for 10 years.
Okay.
But anyway, they give you a bag to store it in, which is roughly the size of a Volkswagen. And once you put it in there, right, it takes 2 people to lift it. And then it says on the bag, may not be stored in an unair conditioned area.
Oh, that's nice. I got to air condition my fucking fake tree for the whole year.
Now I have to put it in my storage unit, which is air conditioned, which takes up half my storage unit.
No, I'm sorry. You know what, man? I think I paid $100 or $150 for my fake tree. It's like an 8 foot, 9 foot tree. It works beautifully every year. And because I looked at them too, and they were like $800, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm getting an $800 Christmas tree."
I became officially an old man 7 years ago because I got tired of putting up a big tree all by myself. So I went out and I bought a 4-foot tree, 30 off Amazon, $32. I've been using it every year, and it's great. I mean I guess that's the 11% Jewish in me. I don't know.
Whatever. There's nothing wrong with it. Says something insane. Like people take advantage at Christmas time. It's like, just tell him it's $800 for this fucking tree. The guilt for his family will make him fucking spend the money. Get the fuck out of here.
This is what the tree. This is what the tree looks like up close.
That looks like the tree in the mall.
Can you
really?
See it?
I can see the decorations. That's beautiful.
Okay, but that's what it looks like up close.
Yeah.
And this is what it looks like trimmed.
You know what, John? It's a nice tree. I mean, it's a little busy. It's a little busy, but
That's
it's,
nice.
yeah,
It's a little,
it's a little,
it's a little busy.
it's a little busy, but no, it's a nice tree. But $800 fucking dollars.
You really
Well,
can't see
no,
that.
we didn't pay 800. I said it was 50% off.
Look, Craig showing his Christmas bush.
Yeah, it's my bush. It's my Hanukkah bush.
It's my Hanukkah buch.
But no,
That's not
you know,
bad.
the last time I bought a real tree out here, and I went to this little place by Taco Bell in Sherman Oaks.
Mhm.
They had a big tree lot, and I get a nice tree, not a gigantic tree, maybe 6 feet.
Yeah, that's a nice tree. That's a good size
It was
tree.
$115.
Yeah, can you imagine
Yeah.
what they are this year?
No,
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's like they're just they're like $200, $300 for a tree. I'm sorry, but it's just
Which
not
is,
happening.
You know,
Yeah. Meanwhile, the best part about trimming Christmas tree is Chris came up with this system where you take 3 Christmas balls and you put them together on a pipe cleaner, and then
3
you're hanging
balls. How does he
three
walk?
balls at a time
Hey.
one more and it walks. Thank you.
with a limp. And anyway, but my daughter every year makes me an ornament having to do with my act over the years.
Oh,
It's
that's
so funny. There's a hanging thumb tip. There's a set of linking rings. There's a Ouija board. There's a key to the Waverly.
Oh, the
Yeah.
no hatchet through the head thing.
Yes, there's a hatchet and there's a doll with a sword through its neck. There's a ghost. And that's
Sounds
my
like a
favorite
Halloween
part.
tree.
And everywhere we go, we always buy like
Yeah, those are the best.
Those
The
are ones
personalized stuff you can
Yeah.
hang on your tree. Those are always the best. Like Patty always gets me something motorcycle themed. You know, so like I got
Right.
a little motorcycle jacket. You know, Santa with a on a Harley. Stuff
right.
like
I have
that,
like
you know.
surfing Santas and
I have
Yeah.
100 Star Trek ornaments,
You
I'm
got what?
shocked.
I
100
do.
Star Trek ornaments.
but I only put about 20 on because the tree's small. But I put my
Right.
favorites on.
Are you serious? You really?
Yeah.
I thought you were
I
kidding.
also
Which
have.
one is your favorite?
Oh, I have the original Enterprise from 1991.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Okay,
one of my
kill that.
favorite ornaments is it's a phone booth. It's about 5 inches long,
Right.
and it has Superman in it. And you see in the lights on, you see Superman, and it turns like this, and it's Clark Kent. Turns back, it's Superman.
But Chris, I mean,
love
Craig,
that one.
here's the question: what does Star Trek have to do with Christmas?
You don't understand that.
Did they ever celebrate Christmas on Star Trek? Did fucking Captain Kirk ever put up a tree? Nothing. There's
There's
no
only one
zero.
episode that ever mentioned Christmas. It was called Dagger of the Mind.
Dagger of the Mind. See,
They reference a Christmas party. That's it. And the woman was Helen Noel. Seriously, really? That's her name? Okay.
that's
the
like
only-
I'm into knives. I collect I got a bunch of knives. That'd be like me, you know, hanging knives on my Christmas tree because I like knives. So I'm into knives.
That's
So
Spock. I got the space shuttle. I got the shuttle.
That's
I
very
have all
Christmassy.
the Enterprises are up there. I have Voyager. I have
Warm-
the.
I have one ornament
It's
that- I have
heartwarming.
one
It's so
ornament
heartwarming.
I have one ornament that Chris every year makes me hide on the tray.
Which
I-
one?
It's a picture. It's an ornament with Jeffrey Epstein's picture.
Oh,
on the
God.
back-
Why
and
do you
on
have that?
And on the back it says, "This ornament didn't hang itself."
Ah.
Oh, that's genius. That's
I
fucking
made
genius.
them. I made them a couple of years ago.
Oh
I
man, that's
also have
funny.
about 40 candy canes on the. I hang candy. That's the last thing I put on the tree is candy canes.
Yeah, we put those on too,
But
they
they're
don't last
old.
very
They-
long.
I've had them for years. You can't
No,
eat.
see, I put them up on we put candy cans, but I
Like
eat
every
them.
week,
I actually
every
eat
week.
them.
We gotta replenish ours. We
Well,
gotta
come on.
replenish ours.
What's
like
the
twice
exactly,
before
man?
Christmas.
It's like candy canes cost 3 cents. Why not fucking eat them and buy new
Candy
ones
canes on
next
this tree
year?
from like 1999.
You cheap bastard! Eat the
Oh,
candy
that's so
canes and get new
disgusting.
ones.
They gotta be half eaten by roaches and stuff.
Do you ever use tinsel?
Nah, tinsel's
When
that's
I was
so
a kid-
1980s.
When I
have
was a
to
kid, I love tinsel. When I was a
Me
kid,
too.
my dad used to make us put tinsel on one strand at a time.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What's the other
One
stuff
strand
called?
at
The
a
stuff
time.
that's on a string and it
Garland.
goes around.
Garland.
Yeah. We use that. We got some of that, but
I used
but
to use Garland. I don't use it anymore.
didn't they stop selling tinsel for a while because it was like killing kids or
It was
something?
made out of lead, so now it's made out of plastic.
It was made out of lead.
Yeah.
Nice. Fucking kids were getting brain
my
damage
dog,
from their
my
tinsel.
dog would eat it and be like, why can't I go out
Yeah.
the door?
Put some more tinsel in the bowl. I like tinsel. I like tinsel.
And then-
Well, my cat eats it, and every January it's like playing tug of war as it comes out of her anus. So that's always fun.
Nice.
Oh, geez, so you reach in and pull it out. What are you doing reaching into your cat's ass? Come on, man.
You don't have to reach. Sometimes stuff just drags on it.
Oh,
I'm not going to be specific. I'm sorry.
I was just hanging the tree. I was just hanging the hat on the cat on the tree from it.
You want to lose weight? Just talk to Craig about his cat. You fucking won't eat for a month.
I put the tinsel over my fingers, and I put it above the tree, and I wiggle my fingers, and they all fall. And they fall naturally all over the tree.
But they don't fall hang over perfectly.
You really,
but it's better than putting them on clumps at a time, though.
You really are gay, Craig. You really are.
I'm really gay.
Yeah, you are.
Of course, I'm really gay.
There's a fucking man. A man takes a handful of tinsel and he throws it. A man takes a handful of tinsel. He throws it at the fucking tree. Where it lands, it lands.
Not after my dad created the tree. He did what he said.
Oh, hold on. The workers are knocking on my door. I told them to come back at 11:15, but I think they're back here.
Is that code?
Workers.
Is that code? Does your date show up? Did your Tinder date show up? Well, the workers are here.
Yeah.
The workers are here.
Hold on.
How are we doing on time anyway? We must be getting near the time. I don't know. So we never got to our Family Feud. Anyway, we must be near
We'll do it next week.
Near the time anyway, right?
Let's do a lead-in question.
Okay, let's do one. We have time for. I think we have about 10 minutes. Okay. We might be interrupted by a worker, or as I call him, Jose. Hello. Yes, I'm on a call right now. Can you come back in 10 minutes? Thank you.
¿Por qué? Oh, come back.
Don't forget the Vaseline. Thank you. All right, he'll be back.
Man.
What?
I'm definitely gonna lose weight this week. I won't eat for a fucking 3 days at least.
What does it have to do with what eating? What does it have to do with eating?
Nothing.
No, he has to do Vaseline on the pipes.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
On the pipe.
Actually, come on. What are you kidding? Vaseline on your pipes? You're so fucking. I'm sure the pipes are so loose. Anyway,
a little dab will do you. Anyway.
All right. Let's get wholesome. Let's get wholesome like we normally are again.
All right. So you want a sample? Here's a sample question. Let me see how you got. There's let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's six answers on the board for this. You ready? Mm-hmm. This is between you and Mike because I know the answers. So here we go. Name something that shakes, rattles, and rolls.
My balls.
That's number 3 answer. And Christine actually put that up there.
Something that shakes, rattles, and rolls. I'm going to say
shakes, rattles, and rolls.
My car. I don't know.
Ding, number 1 answer, an old car.
Wow, look at that.
31 points.
Okay.
I was going for the laughs. I wasn't really going for the.
Yeah.
Can we go for the laughs first, then give our real answer?
Thanks, John. Right. I like John say, Mike, could you try to be funny? Try to be funny. My shack rocks and roll. Fucking John, at your age, and fucking, I'm sure do your balls hit the water when you sit?
I stub them when I get in.
I got water balls.
I stub my toe on them.
Mine only hits the water if I flush. That's not good because then it's all dirty water.
I like that. I stubbed my toe on them.
I shower.
Last week I almost killed the guy with my sack. I spin it like
threw it over my shoulder.
Anyway, so we got another. Is that so? I got the number 1 answer.
5 more answers. There's 5 more answers.
Okay.
Oh, we got to keep going with answers?
Yeah, name something that shakes, rattles, and rolls. Let's see if you can get all 5.
Okay. My belly.
Your belly is not there.
No.
Your keys, not there. Shakes, rattles, and rolls.
Shakes, rattles, and rolls. Let's see.
My grandmother without her Caesar medicine.
Oh.
No, not up there. Grandmother without seizure medication.
I don't know. This is a hard one. What shakes, rattles, and rolls, man?
You're not thinking.
In that thinking, shakes, rattles, and rolls.
Yeah,
I only think funny, man.
That's right. Shakes, rattles, and rolls.
I'm glad we did a sample of this because if we tried to do a whole show, I don't know how this would go over.
Do you want to do it till you get the number one answer and not do the rest of them?
No,
We can do that.
no. Well, you read off the answers after we give ours.
All right. Do you want me to read them off now?
Yeah, let's hear them. Yeah.
Number 2 is a rattle toy.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I know.
All right. This,
Number
now,
3.
this is why I couldn't think of them, because they're too fucking stupid.
I know, exactly.
Number 3 is a rattlesnake.
Oh.
And I was thinking of that, and I was going, no, it can't be something like that.
Okay. Number 4 is music or singers.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And-
Now this one is dancing bod or booty.
Okay.
All right. My grandmother without a medication was better.
There you go.
Yeah,
And the last one is-
John wins the Family Feud.
And the last one is dice.
Dice.
Hickory duck. I'm
Oh.
rattling around the clock.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet.
Oh.
Oh,
Stealing Otto's bit.
I opened for Dice a few times when he was at the
Yeah,
height of
me
his
too.
fucking when he was at the height of his fame, man. That was a hell of a
crowd.
fucking. I did Jimmy's Comedy Alley. I opened for him a couple.
There was another question I should have asked. It's funnier.
Okay. But okay.
Name a word that rhymes with election.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
that's
come
too
on.
easy. Matter of fact, Jose is going to get the
So
Vaseline
easy.
and come back and show
That's
you
the
his.
easiest thing in the world. Librarian.
Come here. Pipe wrench. Pipe wrench.
I would say it's probably a quantum filament that probably gets erected.
I used to work for a scaffolding
Election.
company in New York, and that was the one that was so embarrassing. All the, we sell ladders and scaffolding, and all the other companies, they had these great logos and shit. It was like we always get it up, and we were erection specialists, so everyone in the city made fun of us. Oh, really? Are you a specialist? Come here, check out my erection. So it's the stupidest thing.
That was like that cesspool
Does
cleaning
he get a
place.
bell? Actually, definitely get a bell.
That was like that cesspool cleaning guy in my neighborhood had written on big letters on the side of his truck. We're number 1 in the number 2 business.
That's good.
No, the Florida is great. You know what I love on when I first, this was like 40 years ago, I went to Florida, and I remember seeing the garbage trucks, and it said free snow removal on the thing. It had the sanitation trucks all said free snow removal, like there was ever going to be any snow.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like when East Meadow on Prospect Avenue on Newbridge Avenue, there was a place called Ed's Glassworks.
Ed's
And-
Glassworks?
Yep, Ed's Glassworks.
Never heard of it.
And somebody every year would break the the G and the L. And you pass it for years, it would say Ed's Ass Works.
That's
And
like
we were
the
so
place
happy
in
for Ed.
Cape Canaveral. It's called Cape Cleaners, and they always break the C off. And it
Cape
says Ape
Cleaners.
Cleaners.
That must be tough. That's
I'm
a
here,
tough
I'm here to
job.
have my ape cleaned. Can I?
Hey, Mr.
All right,
People,
give us
me.
one more question. Take
Matter of
us
fact,
out with
I'm
a laugh.
going today to have my dog
All right.
groomed. So why not your
Hey,
ape?
Mr. People, look, they're cleaning me. All right, let's see. One more question. I'll get one that has a few answers.
Let's see if this one can be as bad as the last.
I'm just like, oh man. Okay. Name a food you might lick.
Lollipop.
That's number 2. 25
Really?
points. Yep.
All right,
Ice cream.
John.
Ice pop.
Ice
Ice
pop.
That's probably number
That's
1.
number 4. Number 11.
Number 4. Food you might lick. How
That's
about?
a lick.
Well, so ice cream is not. So we can't say like
Lollipop and ice pop are there. That's 2 you got.
corn.
Corn? Who licks corn?
You don't lick your corn, man.
I hope it's I hope it's on the cob. Otherwise, it's kind of weird.
Food that you may lick.
No, individual nublets, man. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
and the niblets you guys.
Salt.
Salt? Yeah, it's salt lick. Yes, yeah. We all work in the heat, John. We know what that means. The salt lick.
Food you might lick.
It's made of food you might lick. You got 2. You got lollipop and popsicle.
Lollipop and popsicle.
One of these, and I'll give you a hint. One of these is not a food. I don't even know why it's on here.
A food you might lick.
Yeah. See, aren't you glad you got another question?
Hamburger. I like it.
How would you lick a hamburger? Who are you, Ariel Grande?
Armpit.
What?
Well, yeah, I know. I know. I've licked a lot of tacos.
It's not there either. Not there either.
Well, then I
We
give
give
up.
up.
If
All right,
people
number
aren't,
one
if
is
people
ice
aren't out
cream.
there licking corn, man,
What?
I just don't know.
Number-
when.
Ice cream is number one.
I said ice cream.
He said
No,
ice
you
cream.
guys pop.
I said,
No, he said ice cream.
I said
I was
ice
going to
cream
say
or
I was going to say
pop.
ice cream sandwich, but you already said it was
Yeah.
on
Oh,
there.
I thought you said ice pop, John.
No, I said ice cream or ice pop.
And fucking
okay.
and
Well, then you
corn
got-
and
well,
corn
there's
isn't
also
on the list, man.
vegetable.
Corn isn't
But
on the
no,
list.
but a stamp is.
A
That's
stamp
not
is not
food.
food.
I know. And the last one is envelope.
Okay, then this
Who
was a
is
really
eating
stupid
envelopes?
question. Nobody's
People that
eating
work.
envelope.
That guy at the post office that went nuts with the gun.
Maybe that's it.
Are you
He
sure
ate
you
too
wrote
many
the question?
stamps.
Are you sure you wrote the question down right? Because it's definitely
I'm reading
those
off the
things
website,
aren't
so
food.
yeah.
Sure, it's not things that you lick.
Yeah, probably was things that you lick.
All right, here's now people that you lick.
Your
Go.
boss's ass.
Your boss's ass. Corn kernels. Number 3
Come
answer.
on, who doesn't lick corn? Come on, man.
What do you mean lick corn?
Scrotum pole.
Oh my god! When I was a kid, I used to eat. I used to dip the end part of the cob.
We know you
and I
did.
would,
We
and
know.
I would eat the cob.
We know.
You would eat the cob.
Yeah,
I
we
did.
know.
What are you, a fucking wild boar?
Well, people do say I'm boring, John.
Why? How could you eat the cob? What do you have?
Just the end, where it wasn't too thick. I would eat the cob.
I don't know. Listen, I used to freaking chew my pen caps and freaking not eat them, but chew them.
That's why you know there's a little hole in a pen cap just for that reason, because people swallow them, and that hole lets you breathe, or they take you to the emergency room.
No,
It's true.
that's when they do
That's
what's that called?
lifesavers. Lifesavers.
Lifesavers.
All right.
Ah,
We should wrap this up, and knowing us the way we end the
Wait,
show,
one
it's
more,
gonna take 40 minutes.
because
There
there's
you
one
go.
more. We need to redeem ourselves.
What?
I'm
One
telling
more
you, John. I told Craig we need to record an ending so that you can just go, or somebody can just go. All right, that's the end of the show, and thanks for being with us.
That's
in
the
this.
end of the show. Thanks
Throw it
for
right
being
to an
with us.
ending.
Thanks
Yeah.
for playing the game. We're the Big Bad Broadcast. You can catch us anywhere where you catch your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, your mother's
Audible.
purse,
Big Yak.
Audible.
Well, Google.
His sister's big yak. We're there.
Anyway you pod. Download it.
Sometimes you can
even
even get us as you're licking your corn.
But remember, ask
Don't lick
people
your
for
corn.
permission before you whip out your podcast.
and don't eat your cob, please.
All right, later.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
All right, bye-bye.